So I made a video yesterday, talking about the algorithm and like how if nobody watches you, they don't care. They're not going to ban what you say, and a few people commented, two people commented on it, and one of the comments was like this, like their life story. Basically, it was very very long, and well, that's fine. And I read it all, and I had to remind them that they missed the entire context of the video. I mean, they felt that the need to educate me, which I'm 44 years old. I don't go to school anymore. I don't need education from somebody else. Matter of fact, most of the young people need education because they can't read a clock or cursive or do math or just read. Period. So, yeah, don't worry about educating me. Educate kids. But I wanted to talk today about like my thoughts on drag performers, and I'm going to tell you a story from like about 13 years ago. So it's been 13 years, and I lived in Kansas City, Missouri, and my apartment was across the street from a gay bar. I think it was called the Pink Horseshoe or the Pink Cowboy, something like that. But it was literally right across the street. You can't get a DUI when all you have to do is cross the street from your bar to your home. So I also worked in a restaurant slash bar. So when I wasn't closing at that place or working, there on my days off, or when I got off early, or when I just worked the opening shift and got home early enough, yeah, I'd take a shower, get changed, and I'd go across the street to the drag bar because it was a gay bar, but it also had drag shows. And I really appreciated because the two bartenders that I knew, I don't remember anybody's names. And even if I did, I wouldn't say them because it was just like 13 years ago. But the two bartenders that worked there, one was a straight woman and the other was a gay guy. And they were both lovely human beings that were fun to talk to and accepted me for everything, to the point where they would have the performers. Now, a lot of performers were gay men. There was no trans people in this. It was just drag performers. So a lot of the performers were gay men, but a few of them were straight men that were just theater kids and loved to dress up, put on makeup, and perform. I can't shit on them for that. I grew up in California. I was a theater kid. Sure, I prefer doing Shakespeare rather than singing because I do not have a singing voice. But sure, I preferred play. Like, I remember I was in Bye Bye Birdie, and all of my singing parts were given to a girl, because I couldn't sing for shit. So, but I still played the lead character, not Conrad Birdie, but I played Al. I played the same character Dick Van Dyke played in the movie. Al Maylou, recordings, whatever. If you ever seen it, you understand. But I couldn't sing for shit. But I loved dressing up like I was a record business mogul and playing this part, and I really love doing Shakespeare because a lot of the Shakespeare costumes are like flourished and like, very, old school, like robes and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I never was like, you know what, I'd like to dress like a girl today, but that was my preference. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So I would go to this bar, maybe every other day, but I was there enough to where I had made an impression on the bartenders and the owner and the performers and waitresses that worked there, that I had my own seat at the end of the bar. That if I walked in, the bartenders were like, "Oh, hey, Ryan! Hey, you got to get out of that seat. That's Ryan's seat." Like, they would, and then the drag performers. I remember there was two of them in particular. One of them was a 7 foot tall black man, probably weighed like 300 pounds. He was the nicest person. Like, I'm sorry, but all big men are fucking teddy bears that I run into. The bigger the guy gets, the bigger his heart. He's a very gentle and kind and warm person. But this guy was like 7 foot, and he would dress like Cher all the time. And then there was another one that dressed like Dame Edna, and They would perform songs and stuff, but they also would like play pool with me, and we'd have conversations, and we'd play darts, and they were like really good friends to me, and they would protect me because they knew I was straight. Them and the bartenders would protect me whenever like creepy gay guys started hitting on me. They'd be like, "Oh, no, 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 no. You got to come over here. You leave him alone. He's a good customer. He comes here all the time, spends a lot of money here. No, 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 no. We don't want to scare him away. You come over here." And a lot of times guys would come by and go like, "I'm so sorry. I they explained the situation and I came off kind of strong." And I'd be like, "That's okay, man. If you want to sit down here and have a good conversation and talk about life and stuff, that's fine. Just don't hit on me and we'll be good." And granted, like 75% of guys would be like, "Yeah, okay, that's cool, man." And then we'd have a good conversation and they would tell a great story. And I'd be like, "Man, I'm glad I was here today. I got a little tipsy and I heard some great stories." And then 25% of the time, there were guys that were like, "No, I don't think I could sit next to you because I think you're so cute. And I probably hit on you again." And I'd be like, "Yeah, it's probably a good idea. You go over there then, dude. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in what's going on in your bedroom. I don't want nothing to do with that unless I'm in your bedroom. And if I'm in your bedroom and you start doing weird shit, I'm going to leave." That was 13 years ago, and everybody kind of understood that, accepted it, and thought, "Oh, it was cool that you're open minded enough to even be here and you're not judging anybody and you're just treating everybody as people. It's really cool that you're doing it." 13 years later, the same mindset. I have the same mindset, but now I would be called a phobe. Especially with like if I'm sitting in someone's bedroom and he starts blowing another dude, and I go, "All right, man, I'll see you later. I'm out." "What are you, some sort of phobe?" Like, no, I don't want nothing to do with your bedroom. "Okay, phobe, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Get out of here, phobe." Like, yeah, okay, fine. I guess we don't have to be friends anymore. That's your decision. That's your choice. It's not going to eat at me too much. And that's the type of world we live in now, where if I go to a gay bar like that and just try to enjoy myself and be my own person and enjoy company of people, there's not going to be a person sitting there going, "Oh, just leave Ryan alone. He's cool people, but don't hit on him or nothing." And he's cool people though. If you want to have a good conversation, he's there. Nobody's going to do that. They're just going to be like, "Oh yeah, he's here, so obviously you could hit on him. And if he has a problem with you hitting on him, then he shouldn't be here and needs to leave." That's the mindset now. 13 years later, that's the mindset now, and it's fucked up. Like, you want to know the one thing that I never saw in that gay drag bar that I used to go to? Children. There was never children there. It was a bar. It was just adults. There were straight women customers, straight men customers, gay like it was just people all just hanging out, playing pool, playing darts, drinking beer, and occasionally watch some guy get up there dressed as Cher and sing a Cher song badly, or a guy get up there dressed as Dame Edna and sing, Elton John badly. That's all it was. And it was funny and it was friendly and everybody got along. But you don't get that anymore today because everybody is so afraid of phobes or like. Here's the thing: inclusivity means including the people that disagree with you. And nobody seems to understand that. They think inclusivity means everybody has to agree with me or else they're not allowed. And that is the furthest away from inclusivity. Inclusivity means everybody's included, even if they disagree with you, and you find a way to cohabitate together, even through your disagreements. That's what that means. And that's not the world we live in now. You have to agree with drag queens going to a library and reading books to kids instead of going, "No, you should probably be in the club performing in front of other adults. That's where you belong. You don't belong sitting here reading books to kids. That's not a thing. I know you're a gay man and whatever, or you might be even a straight man just thinking you're performing. But the performances you do are adult oriented, not child oriented, so you should probably be in a club doing that, not in a library, not in a school, not in a cafeteria. So that's my thoughts on that because it's changed. It used to be an adults only thing where everybody was really cool with each other no matter what you did in your bedroom. And it's become, oh, if he doesn't do the same thing in the bedroom as we do, he can't be here anymore. I don't even want to hear his side of the story. I don't want anything to do with him. There's no inclusivity here when it comes to that person, which is not only retarded, but mind bogglingly stupid because you're chasing away not only potential customers, but chasing away people that might be willing to look at the world through a different pair of eyes. But because you're so self righteous in your own feelings and hate and and beliefs that you can't even stomach being around somebody that might disagree with you and actually have a decent conversation with that person without yelling and cussing and calling them names. And this is the America we live in now. I hope you all fucking enjoy it.